out of survival mode. I wake up to my own BS. Awareness put me on. There ain't nobody to put me on. I am the blueprint. I allow others to tell on themselves. Their true nature will be revealed. That's what I gotta know. I love myself and others out loud. I am proud of what and who I love.
All right, you guys. So we are going to get started. Welcome to the call. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dessica, and I have the honor of walking you through the True You to the True You in 2022 course. You guys, I'm so excited about this. I have so much knowledge and so much information to share with you guys. For those of you who don't know me, I have been a full time entrepreneur since the age of 19. I am now 32 years old. I live in Vancouver, British Columbia. And my intention today is to help you guys achieve your goals in 2022. Now I know that's like a lot of pressure on myself, but I honestly believe that the tools and the things I'm about to share with you are going to help you get to the next level. These are things that have helped me elevate the philosophies that I've learned and that I've studied over the years. I have been studying the law of attraction since the age of 16, and I'm so grateful and so blessed to be able to share this knowledge with you guys. And hopefully it resonates with you. So I always like to put it out there that these are my perspectives and my observations I've made throughout the years. And if they resonate with you, great. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't, right? Sometimes everything that somebody shares, especially as a mentor, you don't agree with, and know that that's okay, right? At the end of the day, you are your own person and you have the opportunity to really design and decide what you want to do with your life, right? It's all up to you at the end of the day. So I'm just here to help you realize that in 2022, and hopefully I can do that. So let's get right into it, you guys. Thank you so much for those of you who are all joining us on the line today. Okay, so this is called True You in 2022. The reason why I decided to do this, you guys, was again because I've been looking at these goal setting books. I actually have this goal setting journal that a friend gave to me, and it has been super helpful. I actually had the opportunity to use it this year. So I'm really grateful. And it kind of inspired me to share some information with you guys because, as we know, there's a lot of information out there when it comes to goal setting. And, at the end of the day, it's like, who do you listen to? Where are you getting your information from? This information, you guys, is literally like it's changed my life. A lot of my studying comes from Kevin Trudeau. If you don't know who that is, I would encourage you to look him up, listen to his teachings. One of his main teachings, you guys, is called Your Wish is Your Command. And for those of you who have been with me for some time now, you guys know how dear I hold that information to my heart, and I try to share it with everybody. So we're going to get right into it, okay? On today's agenda, you guys, we're going to be doing things a little bit different. This is not going to be your average webinar, okay? I wanted to make this a little bit more interactive. I wanted you guys to be able to um, also align with my frequency, right? I know the reason why you're on this call is because we are aligned. And so a lot of the energy that I've been wanting to share, this has kind of opened the door for me to kind of share it with you guys on more of an intimate level. I am not a professional energy healer or anything like that, but I am able to transfer and transmute energy. And so the first thing we're going to do today is called an energy alignment exercise. It's not going to be just me that you're working with. We're going to be working with a technology, which I am going to share with you in a short second here. The next thing we're going to talk about is how to design your life. So really kind of pulling out what it is you really want, and being who you really are this year, and how I can help you do that. We are going to talk about SMART. A lot of you may have heard of this before. It's a way to set your goals. We are going to go into core values and philosophies. A lot of the time, we set goals and we don't understand why we're setting them. And I think understanding your philosophies for success and understanding your core values are going to really help you elevate and get to the next level. We're going to talk a little bit about accountability, and we are going to end this session with a 10-minute meditation, which also is one of my favorite meditations. And I'm so excited to share with you guys. It is a manifesting meditation. So, if you guys need to get anything to prepare for this, have a notebook ready, have a pen, some highlighters if you need. So, if you're that type of note taker, I know I am. A glass of water, crystals for the meditation if that's something you're into, and just make sure you're in a undistracted position. More towards the end of this is requested so that you can take full advantage of this meditation that we're going to do at the end of this session. So that being said, you guys, I am going to introduce you guys to something that I was actually introduced to more so recently. It is called I Ching Systems. The website is ichingsystems. Let me see, what is this? Wait, I want to make sure I give you guys the right resources. And I will send you guys resources at the end of this as well, so you guys can have them. And they will be linked in the bio below, on YouTube as well, to make sure that you guys have it. So it's ichingsystems.net, you guys. And this technology was introduced to me by one of my mentors earlier this year. Actually, last year. Was it last year? Yeah, it was actually last year. I just forget it's January. So a little bit earlier last year. And I've been using it, and it's really helped me more so focus, and it's helped me not be so like all over the place, right? I feel like when it comes to especially setting goals or anything that we do, we tend to have a low key ADD. Like, you just, it's easy to get distracted. So this exercise is going to help us bring focus. It's going to help us align. What the I Ching system technique also does, you guys, is the technology. And it's funny because you say technology, and when I show you what it is, you're gonna be like, how is this technology? Um, but the technology in this illustration, you guys, is meant to bring balance to your like inner peace. Like, it's supposed to bring focus and alignment and balance. So those are words that really stuck out to me. So this is going to be something, I hope you guys are on a bigger screen. This is not going to work if you are on a phone, unfortunately. Okay, so you guys will have to be on a bigger screen. I'm gonna make sure I pull up the right thing here. So what we're gonna do, you guys, is we are going to be using our hands, and I'm gonna pull up an image in a second here, and we're gonna place both of our hands on the screen on the image, okay? And what that is going to allow us to do is transfer energy within the technology of the image. Now, your right hand is your receiving hand. This is where you receive energy. So if you meditate or you do anything to do with energy alignment, or if you're just trying to chill out, or you're holding crystals, or you're shaking somebody's hand, right? Your right hand is the receiver of energy. Okay. Now your left hand is the giver of energy. So at the end of the day, it does come full circle. But with your left hand, this is where you can actually push out energy. Okay. So if there's, in this specific exercise, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be releasing our I wouldn't say negative, I would just say any energies that are not serving you anymore. You're going to want to push that through your left hand, and then you're going to want to receive intentionally. Like, imagine like this light revolving, right? Light coming out of your hand, and then a different color light that you're receiving. I'm not going to give you guys the colors because that's your intention. Whatever you see releasing, allow that to release, and whatever you're receiving, allow that to receive. So you're literally going to put your hands on the screen. You are supposed to do this for 10 minutes, but we're going to do this for one song. And then you guys, I will send you this image as well. I'll send you the website, so then you guys can do this whenever you want to, and really just use it. Use it all day, every day. I literally have mine on my screen right now. I have a couple screens, so I have mine on my screen, and I just keep it there because just that frequency of that image and it being in my like in my view, it's very healing. Okay, I don't know how it works. I would encourage you guys to look into it a little bit deeper, and maybe teach me something about it as well. Okay, but this is again something that one of my mentors showed me. I'm just trying to find the perfect song for us. And I have one so that we could do this. Okay. Yeah, so my mentor introduced this to me, you guys, and as soon as I did it, I really felt the shift. So I'm really excited to share this with you guys. So I hope you guys are all ready. Where is my song? Okay. Here we go. Okay. Alrighty. So here we go. I'm gonna turn the screen. Okay, so you're gonna place, you guys, your right hand flat on the screen. Your left hand is not going to go on the screen actually. So your left hand is going to go wherever you want it to go that is not on your body. Okay. I like to sometimes put my hand on the floor as well, or something that's grounded so that you can release that energy with your left hand. Okay. So your right hand is going to be placed flat on the screen, and then your left hand can be placed somewhere on a flat surface. It could be on anything that's grounded. I'm going to put mine actually on my seat here. Okay, and then I'm going to start the song. It's going to be about 5 minutes. And then this time, I just want you guys to breathe and just relax. I want you to be free and open minded for the rest of the session. So just relax. It's going to be about 5 minutes, if that, and just let go of what doesn't serve you and allow what is coming in to come in and refill your cup. Okay, so here we go. I can't. Song. Here we go. I welcome harmony. I welcome all So, how's everybody feeling? You can let me know in the chat if you enjoyed that. That song is called Cellular Upgrade. This is the We Saw Lions remix. I'll send you guys all these resources as well at the end of the session. Um, awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Awesome. So you guys can utilize this technology whenever you want to. Again, I will send you this image so you have it. It felt good. I don't know about you guys, but like when my hand was on the screen when we started, like it started kind of like twitching in different places. So it was kind of cool. All right, cool. So as we continue, you guys, before we continue, I'm going to have you guys take a couple deep breaths. And what you're going to do, if you guys can see me here, what you're going to do is you're actually going to take your two fingers, these ones right here, you're going to put it on your thumb like this, or what is it? Yes, like this. And when you breathe, you are going to inhale with your fingers pressed together and exhale and open the fingers. And we're going to do that 3 times. And that is going to allow you to connect with your higher self. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so it looks like this. All right. And we're going to breathe in together and breathe out and open your fingers. Breathe in. And breathe out. And one more time, breathe in. And breathe out. So when you do that breathing exercise like that, apparently it helps you align with your inner self. So if you feel different, that made me feel different. It makes me feel different every time. I hope you guys feel good and you feel refreshed, because now we are going to get into some information. Now, 2022, you guys, the numbers, first of all, are beautiful, right? We have 3 times. So 222, and 2 is a very powerful number, but that equates to 6. And here we are, you guys. I'm not going to go too much into numerology, but here we are, you guys. It's aligned, right? So we have many, many powerful days this month and this year of just alignment and things that are supposed to be happening as far as us elevating into our highest realms and our highest frequencies, just like the song said. So I want you guys to be able to set your intentions and set your goals in a way that is going to allow you to really live in your highest potential, but also not give up on these goals. Okay. And what I realized, I'm going to go through quite a bit of information, but what I realized is like what I teach is very different than, again, what the average person understands, because what I teach is really based off of the law of attraction. It's based off of manifesting. It's based off of just the basics of understanding how to learn and how to retrieve energy and the basics of living life. Okay. So when we set goals, or let's talk about when we don't set goals, right? When we don't set goals, we don't have a destination, right? So say that you're going on a vacation, like I just want to go on a vacation, but I don't have a destination to go to. Well, okay, well, I'm gonna buy you a ticket to um Alaska, you know? And someone's like, well, I wasn't thinking of that kind of vacation. I was thinking of a vacation, to Ibiza. Those are 2 different places, right? 2 different climates, totally. But you weren't specific about where you decided you wanted to go. And so a lot of the time, a lot of us, we know what we want, but we don't set goals, right? We know what we want, but then we're not understanding that there's levels to this. All right. And one of the most important things that I learned, you guys, when it came to understanding how to manifest my reality. Because let's be real, at the end of the day, you setting a goal is this you intentionally manifesting your life, right? So it says here at the bottom, it says goal setting is intentional manifesting. Today we're learning how to intentionally live. So this goal setting webinar was not just designed to help you figure out what you want this year. That's not what my intention was here. My intention was to help you understand how to manifest on a daily basis so that you can get to your goal. Okay? So, number one, let's talk about why goal setting is important for you. This is why, because without having a clear destination, you're going to end up somewhere you probably weren't expecting to be, right? You had an expectation, but you didn't completely set a goal. And then the outcome of that reality was not what you expected. So, this is one of the reasons why goal setting is important. Now, I want you guys to write this down. Why is goal setting important to me? And really, tonight there will be a journaling prompt for you guys, but tonight I really want you guys to dive deeper into the reasons why you're setting these goals, right? Why are you setting goals in the first place? Not these goals in specific, but why do you want to set goals in the first place, right? If you don't know why you're setting goals in the first place, you might as well not set goals. Okay, so the reason why it's important for me to set goals is because I'm a very result oriented person. I like to see the manifestation of what I'm trying to achieve. And again, I'm going to show you guys how to be able to observe that step by step. But you need to understand, why is this important for you? Why is it important for you to set goals? And the second thing is, why is it important for us to write down goals? So the first one is something that you need to understand about yourself. The second one is me explaining why it's important to write down goals to you guys, for you guys, and for myself. What I realized, you guys, and I learned this from another one of my mentors on a call last week, and it was about understanding the dimensions and how to get your vision from the 1D reality, which is your thinking, to physical manifestation. So we have to understand that there's levels to this. Okay, the first level of you manifesting anything is the one dimensional reality. The one dimensional reality is the one in your head. We can see without our eyes, we can hear without our ears, we can speak without our mouth. We do that all in our head, right? If I ask you to close your eyes right now, right, everybody close your eyes right now, and imagine I have a huge watermelon. Okay, and I put the watermelon down and I start cutting the watermelon. I cut it in half, and you can hear it crack. It just cracks in half. I get halfway through and it just cracks open. It's juicy inside, right? And then I start cutting it and I cube it up in pieces and I give you a bowl of watermelon, and you can smell it, and it smells like summer and it smells amazing. And you take that first bite of watermelon. I want you to imagine you taking that bite of that fresh, juicy watermelon, and how good it tastes and how it sounds and how it just, that texture in your mouth, and it's just so yummy, right? Who doesn't love watermelon? Open your eyes. If your mouth watered, you literally tasted that watermelon without even it being here. Okay. So, in order for us to get that watermelon into our life, the second thing you got to do is you got to write it down, because guess what? The first level of manifestation is thinking about it. The second one is writing it down. The 2D reality is a flat surface reality. You can draw it or you can write it down. If you're writing it down, you're going to be using a white piece of paper with blue ink. Psychologically, that's what you're supposed to do. Okay, blue ink, white paper. All right, now if you're drawing it, you can draw it out however you want to. Just the simple act of you creating what you want on a piece of paper is a direct influence to your subconscious mind to allow it to then begin to basically turn a switch on, right? Now that you've written down your goal, or you see it in front of your face in the 2D reality, the thing that you want is now on paper, your subconscious is working together with the universe. The magnets are turned on, and all the particles begin flowing towards you. All the situations around the earth that you cannot even imagine that are taking place right now for you, your goal to be achieved, are happening as soon as you make that decision and you write down your goal. Okay, so this is why visualization, this is why vision boards are so important. But before you even have the vision board, you need to write down your goal or have it on a piece of paper, draw it out. You need to create that goal with your hands. Okay. Um, Again, we have expectations of ourselves when we don't set goals, and then the outcomes that present themselves to us are never what we expect. Why? Because we never were clear about what we wanted, right? Now, think about your life for a second. Okay. Think about everything that you've ever wanted. Now, have you ever wanted something so bad, but for some reason you were like, you know what? It's okay if it doesn't happen, but it would be amazing if it did. And then you kind of forget about it and you're like, if it happens, cool. If it doesn't, it's all good. And then it happens and you're like beyond grateful. If you've had that feeling, please drop some twos in the chat so I know I'm not the only one. And the reason why I bring this up is because oftentimes, you guys, yes, thank you, right? So we felt that. So the reason why I bring this up is because a lot of the time we get so hung up on our goals, like this is again this is a little bit not your not what you were expecting. Not what I was expecting, but not what you were expecting either, and what I'm sharing with you guys. But when it comes to us setting a goal, we have to want it so bad, but we have to want it to the point where we know that it's already done. Because when you know something's already done and you can be happy with or without it, it takes a lot of pressure off of yourself, right? Now, a lot of us have goals in business, we have goals in career, right? In our career, and we're like, well, I want to achieve this thing and I want it so, 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 so bad. I understand that it's going to take time, but at the same time, it's not okay. It's not that I'm okay with not having it at all. It's okay that I don't have it right now, but I'm grateful that it's coming. So we have to put ourselves in that type of state of gratitude that we can know that it's already done, but understand that if it doesn't happen in the way that we expect it to happen, it's still going to be okay. My goal is still going to achieve itself because I wrote it down. And maybe the things around me that are happening are not, it doesn't look like it's aligning with what I want, but know that below the surface and beyond the what the eye can see, everything is aligning to what you initially want. Okay. And the thing is, a lot of us, excuse me, drink some water. The thing is, a lot of us don't get what we want because just at the moment that everything looks like it's not going to go the way it is, we give up on that goal. So, one of my intentions on this class, you guys, is to really transfer you the energy of something that I had to become aware of in myself that I was doing. Okay. I want you guys to be aware that even when things get hard, even when things don't look like they're going the way they're supposed to, in that decision, in that moment, you have to make a decision, right? You should have been made the decision before, but that test is coming to you as a literally a test to test your willingness to want this thing. Do you really want this, or were you just saying it? The universe is going to test you, and you have to reconfirm that decision every time you get tested. I'm going to do it. That's it, period. I made a decision. I'm going to get this. That's it, period. There's nothing that can deter me away from what I'm doing. There's nothing that can deter me away from my vision because I wrote it down and I saw it on paper and I took it from the first dimension to the second one. And I'm about to bring it into the third, which is your third 3D reality. And that's when you begin to notice the evidence of those manifestations happening around you. Now, it won't be big evidence right away. This is another test of your awareness. Are you aware enough to realize and recognize that things are aligning around you, right? This conversation can go in so many different ways, but I'm going to stay focused. So we're going to go on to the next thing. All right. So goal setting is intentional manifesting. I want you guys to know what you want, write it down, know it's already done. Whatever desire, whatever dream, whatever vision you have in your heart, know that that is real in a timeline somewhere. And our goal is to align with that frequency. Okay. So, what we're going to talk about, you guys, some of you guys may be like, well, I've never set goals before. I've never set a vision before. I've never had a vision board. I've never had a dream journal, right? Something that's very, very helpful that's helped me is having a dream journal. I just use my planner here, and I have a gratitude journal as well. But I write down things I want that I don't have yet. That's what I use that for. That's a dream journal, right? But I like to write down my goals. So how do we gain clarity, right? How do we get a clear picture of what we want? Now think about something that you really, really want. It could be, I want you guys to think about a material thing. Okay, like let's talk about a car. So if you really want a certain type of car, a certain type of vehicle, most people who know what type of car they want, they've visually sat in their vehicle, right? So the first lesson when it comes to SMART, which is an acronym for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely, acronym to how to set your goals, right? We have to get specific. So let's talk about what you want to achieve, and then we'll get back to the car, okay? So clear and detailed. We're going to use the example of a car because I think it's just easy. So let's say that I want a Range Rover. That's the car that I want. I'm letting you guys know. Okay. I don't know what kind of car that you want, but whatever it is, put it into the chat. What color do you want? What car do you want? Sorry, I'm reading and talking at the same time. What kind of car do you want? Let me know in the chat. I want a Range Rover. I thought I wanted white, but I want black now. Okay. So my goal is to achieve getting this vehicle. So you guys share your cars with me. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? All right. Let's see. Lamborghini. Okay, I do like the Lambo, I gotta say. But my first, so this is here's the thing. I like that you said that, Bill. Okay, and I'm gonna give you guys an example as we go through this. Porsche Cayenne. Girl, I can see you riding that Porsche too. It's already done. I see you in it. Okay. So clear and detailed, you guys. What is it what you want to achieve? Mercedes SUV. Let's go. Okay, white and red interior. Ooh, girl. Okay, I see you. C7 Corvette, all black. I like that. That's slick. I can see you in that, Bill, for sure. Okay, so we want to achieve this car, okay? Now, why do you want to achieve this? This is where things get a little bit real, right? You're like, do I want the car just because I want a car? I mean, I have a vehicle already and it works pretty good and it's pretty reliable and it does its job. So do I need this or do I want this? Well, I do want it, right? I want to achieve it. But why? Why do I want this vehicle? For myself, really real talk is because because ego. That's cool. At least at least you're aware, and that's cool. But it's like, why do you want this vehicle? We have to understand that at the end of the day, the reasons why we do things is to achieve a specific feeling, right? Think about everything you've always wanted and then realize, like, I wanted to achieve this because I actually wanted to feel a certain way. So when you say ego, Bill, it's like, I want to boost my ego. I want to feel confident. I want to feel good when I'm driving in my car, right? So at the end of the day, you guys, any time that we try to achieve a goal or we obtain something, it's always going to come down to a feeling. Okay, I want you to really this year focus in on your feelings. How are you going to feel when you drive this car? really imagine yourself with your hands on the steering wheel. Shabina, you're in that red interior. I'm in the peanut butter interior. Okay, got my peanut butter going on, right? My seat is smooth, it's leather, right? I have my I'm not a car person, you guys, so I'm just not gonna embarrass myself. I'm gonna stop right there and I'm gonna stick to the steering wheel, okay? So I have my steering wheel and it feels nice and smooth and I can feel the emblem on there, right? I have my rear view mirror with my little dangly crystals hanging down, right? Looking cute, right? Because she's still my car. So we have to understand that anytime we want something, it's because we want it to feel a certain way, okay? Because think about, and here's the other thing, here's another way to get specific about your goals. It's like, if Shabina, if you didn't get the Cayenne, but you got the range, would you feel the same way? So it's interesting when you start to think about, yeah, it's, it's interesting when you start to think about it, because it's like, is this what I really want? Or is there another way I can achieve this feeling? Right? So it can go in multiple directions, but you know what you want, girl. So you're gonna get that red cayenne already. All right. So who is involved in this dream? Who isn't involved when it comes to you trying to achieve this goal? Well, right now it will be me, my fiance. We'd probably both be involved in this. So who else is it gonna evolve? Who involve? Who will it affect? It's gonna affect my family because now they're gonna want to ride around in my car, right? So we have to think about who's involved. Where does this goal take place? And when will it happen? Now, where does it take place with a vehicle? You guys know it's gonna happen where you're at, right? Um, but when will it happen is a very in-depth conversation, which I will talk to you guys when we get into the time at the bottom, okay? If your goal is timely. So the second thing, you guys, is M, and M stands for measurable. And I'm gonna maybe share some information with you guys that you may never have heard before. And this changed the whole trajectory of how I understood goal setting. Okay. Measurable, sometimes we think of it as just a word, but we don't really understand that measurable is literally measurable. Okay. Measurable means that you can see your goal being achieved on a graph, a line chart, or some kind of visual representation of your goal. Okay, you have to be able to visualize it on a piece of paper and track it. Okay, these are where habit trackers come in handy. But one of the things that I learned was that making a chart or a graph of you achieving anything is the most powerful thing you can do. If you guys have ever read The Laws of Success by Napoleon Hill, it's a big fat book. It's about that thick. Okay, it's 600 something pages. I have yet to finish it. But studying that information, something that I learned and something that was left out of the book, you guys, the information that I have had access to is like next level. If you want access to this type of information, that's another conversation as well, but it's changed my life. Okay. Napoleon Hill says, you guys, whatever the mind can conceive and bring itself to believe, it can achieve. Okay. He says one of the things that scared him the most was when people applied this piece of knowledge that I'm about to share with you. He said the results of the manifestations that happened, it was so fast that it scared him. Okay. So anytime you have a goal or you have something that's measurable that you can achieve, you need to literally put it in a graph. You need to be able to see that on a piece of paper. Okay. If you're trying to get a promotion at your job, if you're trying to obtain a certain amount of income, if you're in our space and you're trying to grow your trading account, right? You have to be able to chart that out. And every single day, this is going to be a challenge for all of us because, listen, I'm trying to hit some goals this year. Every single day, you're going to stare at that chart for 10 to 15 minutes and you're going to imagine that line or that chart growing and being in the place of I hit my goal. So if you're using you could use like a habit tracker, for example, and say you're trying to lose 10 pounds, right? Every time you lose a pound, you're going to put a gold sticker on that chart. But what you need to do in the meantime, before you even get there, is every single day pick up that piece of paper and stare at that thing like it's already done. Because guess what? We think in pictures. The mind thinks in pictures. You guys, we just finished an incredible session with the team. This past, I believe, 2 months, we went through a course called Mega Memory, and we learned that the mind thinks in pictures. And so when you can think in pictures and you can visualize your goal already done, listen, it's already done. So when you can look at it in a graph and you see the numbers and your intention is to complete that graph. Your intention is to be at the top. Your intention is to hit Chairman 750, hit Chairman 10, hit, P5000, hit $10,000 in your trading account, get that promotion, right? Get that career, whatever it is you're doing, get this many followers on your subscribers on your YouTube channel, right? Get this many sponsors as an influencer, right? I want 10 sponsors. I'm going to be an influencer, a full-time one. Anything that you're doing, you need to be able to see it on paper and then just stare at that thing. I'm telling you, you guys, the craziest thing is it's so simple, but people don't do it, right? Me talking to me, listen, I'm so grateful I did this because it's so awakening to like the knowledge that I've come across, and now I get to actually apply it. Okay. So super, super powerful. Now, attainable. How can I achieve this? This is something else I'm going to talk to you guys about. Okay. And again, the way that I teach is a little bit not what normally has been taught, okay, in most books and stuff like that. Attainable. You guys, I am not a small dreamer. I have never been. I've always looked at the most because you could call it doing, she be doing the most. Des be doing the most in her head. Okay. I see myself achieving so many things that most people would be like, yeah, right, not in this lifetime. Good luck with that. But I see it. I see it's already done. And when we say attainable, this is attainable to you and your belief system. This is not attainable to anyone else. This is what you see for you. Is it attainable for you? Now, as far as the how goes, the how is irrelevant. Okay? When we look at the world, you guys, and we understand that the world is full of so many miracles and the world has so many things we've gotten in our life, I want you guys to really analyze your life and think about all the things that happened that probably in reality would have never happened, but they happened for you. The how is irrelevant. We are not that smart. We will never know how something's going to happen. There's too many variables in the universe. There's too much energy. There's too many concepts and contracts and just so much energy, you guys, that's out there that we don't necessarily have control over, but we have control over it. It's just unseen to the naked eye. And when you really grasp that, when you really put yourself on a radar screen and you look at that radar screen and you're like, I can only see, 3 meters around me in all directions, and that's it. And I think about my goal and I see everything in my proximity and nothing is showing me that I'll be able to obtain it. But I believe so deeply in all my heart and all my soul, and I see my vision so clear that I know that this goal is already done. Everything outside that radar screen, which is thousands and thousands and thousands of eons away and far, are all moving in its collectiveness to help you obtain that goal. Okay, this is bigger than you and I, and we cannot see it. So don't let the how block you from dreaming bigger. Don't do that to yourself. Don't shrink yourself down just because you can't see a way, you can't make it happen. You need to know that, wow, this is here in the way. You need to know that what you want is already done because you see it, you feel it in your heart, and that's all that matters. So anything standing in your way, you have to know that's it. It's done. I made a decision. I'm getting what I want because I deserve it. I'm worthy, and I'm here for a reason. It's 2022. It's time to be me and get what I deserve and get what I came for. And that's all speaking on all y'all's behalf because you guys deserve it, you know? So know that. Don't let the how. Attainability to me is as far as you can believe. And that's it. Okay? So don't put limitations on yourself because of what you see. Appreciate you guys. Okay. Relevant, meaningful. Why are you pursuing this? What will it mean to you when you achieve it? Okay, so this, you guys, goes back to the oh so lovely why. What is your why? Why are you pursuing this goal? Why do you want this car? Well, I want it to make me feel good. Okay, why? We're gonna ask ourselves why 7 layers deep. And if it can't go that deep, maybe that's not what you really want. Maybe it is what you want. I mean, I want that car because it's going to make me feel good. It's going to help me feel like I'm confident. It's going to give me a level of certain stature. It's going to be reliable and safe, and I can do road trips in that car. It's going to allow me to spend more time with my family. Why? Because I love my family and I want to spend as much time with them as I can. Why? Because we only have one lifetime, and this is an opportunity for me to really allow myself to show my family that they could have whatever they want, and what they want is also obtainable to them, just how I got this car. So what is your why? Why are you obtaining why are you going after what you're going after? This is something that I believe nobody spends enough time on, but I believe that when you do spend time on this certain question and you ask yourself why over and over and over again, 7 layers deep, you will uncover things about yourself that you probably didn't even know. And that's what gives you purpose in the morning. That's what gives you purpose every day. That's what gives you drive to wake up in the morning to be like, you know what? This is the feeling I want to obtain. So I'm going to obtain this feeling every single day. Now, here's where the challenge comes in. You have to be able to feel that feeling before even having that material thing. And that's how you align with your frequency. That's how you align with that thing. This is like the conversation we just had. Whether you have it or not, you're happy, right? So get in the frequency of already having it, and now you're just waiting for the physical manifestation to happen. All right. So why do you want to achieve that thing? The question why is going to help you really dive deep and feel those feelings you need to feel to allow yourself to then manifest and bring that energy towards you and activate your inner magnet. Okay. So timely, when will you achieve this goal? I like to have this conversation. How can you start right now? Okay. So you guys, I had this conversation with so many people, and I often get a lot of people look at me sideways. Okay. And the reason why I say that is because one of the things that people do is they put time limits on themselves. And I think that's such a restricting behavior to do. And why I say that, you guys, is because if we go back to our feelings, right? Let's say you set a goal, right? Let's say you set a goal of, by my birthday, I want to lose 30 pounds. I have 6 months. I don't really want to lose 30 pounds. I want to lose like 15. Okay. I'm just going to say 30 so we can exaggerate it. So in 6 months, I want to lose 30 pounds. Now, for the month of January, you guys are 2 weeks in. I've been to the gym 4 times. I've been doing my small exercises at home, but I haven't really been doing what I need to do. And if I need to lose 30 pounds, I have 6 months, that's 5 pounds a month. I haven't lost one yet. If anything, I probably gained a little something because Devere made banana pudding last week and I ate half the tray. It was a bomb. Okay. Now, what's going to happen is as time goes on, you guys, by the end of the month, if I don't lose my 5 pounds, that means that I have 5 months left and now I got to lose 6 pounds. Okay. Now, say February is a short month. I'm moving. I got a lot going on. I didn't go to the gym that much. Now, by March, we're going to cancel that because I'm not speaking that into reality. I'm going to the gym. But let's be real. Let's just say, for example's sake, hypothetically speaking, okay? Say February, I didn't go to the gym. Now I still got to lose 30 pounds by my birthday. I got 4 months. 30 divided by 4 is not the 7.5-ish, 7, something like that. Okay. Almost 8 pounds a month. Okay. Say I lose another month. My point is the closer I get to my goal, and if I don't achieve the steps I need to achieve by getting to my goal, I'm putting more and more pressure on myself. Okay, because if by June I haven't lost any weight and now I need to lose 30 pounds, I'm so pressured on myself that I'm just not going to do anything. Right? How many of you guys felt like that? Like you set a goal and then the closer you got to your goal and you weren't achieving anything and you're just like, you know what? It's all good, whatever. In the back of your head. Right? In your heart, you're like, I still want to achieve this thing. But then in the back of your mind, you're like, well, it's around the corner, so I ain't got the time. It ain't gonna happen. Stress. When I learned this concept, you guys, it changed everything for me. Set your goals, okay? Your goal is a vision you have in your heart that you know is already done. So if you know that this goal is already done, why put a time limit on your goal? If I know that I'm going to achieve this certain goal, and I know that in order to manifest that goal, I have to be in the feeling that I already have it, how do I expect to manifest it if I'm feeling the lack of it the closer I get to my due date? It's counterproductive. It doesn't make sense. Okay, so we need to open up the concept. We need to open up the idea that time is irrelevant in all that we do. Now, I'm not saying that don't put a timeline on anything you want to achieve, because obviously when you got to pay rent, you got to pay your rent. Okay. If you need to make the money, I need to make the money. But I'm just saying, as far as your bigger goals go, as far as your bigger dreams go, okay, if you know that a certain thing is already done and you have to put yourself in that frequency of it being done already, why are you moving through life thinking about the lack of it all the time? Why are you moving through life and putting pressure on yourself and saying, in 6 months, I need to achieve this. In 12 months, I need to achieve this. And if I don't achieve this, then you give yourself a consequence. We don't even give ourselves a consequence. That's another thing, right? We just set this goal and say, hopefully it happens. but we move like it ain't done already. I'm talking to you guys on a different level here. Like, I hope this is resonating with you. Okay. When you know something is already done, you're going to move through life like it's done. So I'm just waiting and opening up my doors. I'm opening up my heart and I'm ready to receive it. So now what happens is, you guys, now you have to get into a frequency of receiving, and that's the hardest part. But when you make that decision and you say, I'm here to receive and I'm here to observe and be observant of all the evidence of the things that are working out for me, your life will shift in so many ways. Gives me shivers. Gives me shivers. Okay. So this is the SMART acronym. I hope you guys learned something through this that maybe resonated with you, that you have never heard before, that is going to help you guys move to the next level in 2022. So we are almost done here. We have a few more things to cover. So your core values and philosophies, you guys, when it comes to setting goals, when it comes to obtaining your manifestations, a lot of the time, um, we have these beliefs, right? We have these paradigms that don't serve us anymore. And I know a lot of you guys are plugging into Wanda Webb's coaching as well. If you guys watched her session, you guys already know. I look at the chat and then I lose my train of thought, right? But my point is, you guys know, when you have a paradigm, you cannot layer on top of old paradigms and expect things to change, right? You have to clear out the foundation in order for you to fill it with good things. And so when I started to realize, like, I didn't even know what my core values were, I didn't even know what philosophies I was living by, and I started to analyze those things in my life, I realized that some of those things weren't serving me the way that I was expecting to live my life. I had belief systems that, oh, you have to work hard for money, right? We all hear you have to work hard for money. I saw my parents work very hard for money, labor intensive jobs, right? And so one of the old paradigms that I had, you guys, was that I would work and work and work and work and work, and I wouldn't eat. I would lose sleep, and I need to work, I need to work, I need to work. I need to be in meetings, I need to be on Zoom calls, I need to be calling people, I need to be plugged in, I need to be on a webinar, I need to be training, I need to be listening, I need to be having audio in my ear. I was obsessed to the point of it not being healthy. And that was my old paradigm. And it was to a point where it really affected my health. It affected my relationship. It affected so many things, and my family, right? So many different things. So I had to calm down and I had to realize that, and I had to be like, let me remove this because it's no longer serving me, what I think work ethic should look like, and replace it with something that's going to allow me to get into the frequency of receiving. Okay. So in this part of the training, you guys, I really want to align you guys in the frequency of receiving. I so appreciate all your comments, you guys. Like, I love you guys so much. I'm so glad this is resonating. Okay, so my goal, my intention, you guys, at this part is to open your heart up to receiving. And some of the things I'm about to tell you, these are little things that have absolutely changed the way that I look at my life. Okay, so some of my core values, and everyone doesn't have the same core values. Everybody doesn't have the same philosophies, but if you're lost and you need to replace those old paradigms, this is somewhere you can start, okay? So my first core value, you guys, the first philosophy that I decided to live by in 2022 is feeling good now. And it's 3 simple words: feel good now. It's easy to remember, I feel good now. It's easy to feel it because you're feeling good. You're telling yourself what to do. And it's also bringing you into awareness of understanding where you're at right now, right? I feel good now. So at the end of the day, like I mentioned before, all of your goals, all of the things you're trying to obtain is really the reason why you really want to obtain these things is because you want to feel good. And so your subconscious goal in life, the reason why were put on this earth, the reason why you are God in human form is because you decided that you wanted to feel good now in a physical reality. So the goal of your subconscious every single day, whether you know it or not, is to feel good now. And your emotions are your guidance system so you can allow yourself to understand where you're at in that feeling. Okay. When you feel good, you manifest more of that feeling. When you feel bad, you also manifest more of that feeling. 5 minutes to learn, a lifetime to master. What I'm teaching you guys right now brought me a lot of self awareness. A lot. I've been studying this stuff for 16 years, you guys. This is not just some thing I just made up, okay? This is like real-ish. Like this really matters. We have to think of we have to think in abundance, and we have to let go and learn to let go of the scarcity mindset. Right? A lot of us have this old paradigm, and a lot of the time it's not our fault, right? It's our environment, it's how we've been raised. A lot of the time we're unaware of it. The one thing that's very beautiful for each and every single one of you who are coming across the call, who are on this call right now, is that you are now going to be aware of how you feel in every single moment. Feel good now, okay? And the craziest thing is, I was having this conversation actually just a little bit earlier about a friend who's studying a lot. They're studying a lot, more than it should be productive. Because guess what? When you do something, but you don't feel good about it, especially when it's obtaining knowledge or school, you're trying to learn something, it's counterproductive when you don't feel good doing it. Like there's no reason for you to be wasting your time on doing something if it doesn't feel good. And that goes in every aspect of your life. And sometimes it's hard because we do things to make the people around us happy or our environment happy, but we don't think about ourselves. So this year in 2022, I'm going to challenge each and every single one of you to feel good now for you. Do what feels good for you. Now, that doesn't mean, that means not hurting anybody around you. Okay. That means that everything that you do, you're going to do, but it's going to make you feel good first. Right. And I'm not saying don't care about anybody else, but do what feels right in your heart. Follow your own intuition. When you begin to understand what feel good now means, you will align with your intuition in a way that you probably can't even imagine. And when you can begin to align with that intuition and flow through your intuition and really understand what that feeling is and let that feeling guide you in life, you will begin to achieve things in your life that you probably never thought was possible. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. And it's simple. It's simple. This is the key to life right here in 3 simple words. If anytime you're feeling bad, if anytime you're going through something, I want you to right away tell yourself, feel good now, and change that mood by putting a smile on your face. As simple as that. Just smile. Even if you feel crazy, just smile. Trust me, it will make you feel so much better. Okay, just changing your body anatomy by doing that one simple thing. Okay, so feeling good now. Set yourself up to win. I love this one so much, you guys. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you. I know this is going a little bit longer, you guys. The session will be posted on YouTube, so you guys can catch up whatever you missed. Thank you so much for hopping on, Shelly. Girl, appreciate you. Okay. All All right, Trisha, thank you. I'm taking in all that energy. Thanks, girl. Okay, we're almost done here, you guys. Once we're done this live, we're gonna complete with a quick meditation as well. So if you guys are missed the beginning of the session, we are gonna do a quick meditation after this. So get your crystals ready, get yourself comfortable. I'm excited. Okay, so you're setting yourself up to win, you guys. This has to go back to us talking about measurable goals and being able to measure what you're achieving. And so every step towards attaining your goal is a win. Doesn't matter how small. We are result driven as human beings, but most things that matter, we won't see immediate results. But we need to recognize that what did I write there? But we need to recognize that small things are achievements as well. Okay. So what I mean by setting yourself up to win, you guys, is I like to give the example of reading a book, right? This year, we are all going to be reading more books. That's what our team has decided to do. And so we've gonna given, I know Bill's given himself a goal of reading 12 books this year, one book a month, right? And for a lot of us, we haven't picked up a book in how many years? So when I started getting into reading, you guys, I was like, hey, I have all these amazing books, but I just don't think I'm a good reader. I get tired when I read. I don't really like reading, whatever. I had all these excuses. And so when I learned about setting myself up to win, it changed everything for me. One of my mentors told me, they said, it doesn't matter how much of the book you read, just read it. If you read the title today, consider that a win. Cool. I picked up my book. I read the title. I won today because I would have never picked up that book if it wasn't for, me trying to achieve this goal, but I did it. Now, the next day, your goal is to read a sentence in the book. You open up the book, you read a sentence. That's enough for me. That's a win. I feel good. Next thing you do is you're like, let me read a couple sentences. The next thing you do is let me read a paragraph. Oh, I'm already halfway down the page. I might as well read the full page. I'm already done the page. I might as well read another page. I'm already done the 2 pages. I might as well finish the chapter. Until you get to a point where you can build that muscle. It's any skill, you guys, any skill set that we're trying to learn. You can see here, most things that matter, we won't see immediate results. Reading, gym, building a business, trading accounts, investments. Most things that matter to you, you're not going to see immediate results. And that has a lot to do with patience, but it also has a lot to do with you understanding that you can build the skill set of winning too. Winning is a skill set. And we got to start from the very basic of winning to building ourselves to be able to handle those big wins, right? So begin setting yourself up to win by setting small, obtainable, and they may seem silly to you at first, but by the end of the year, all that effort that you put in can result to something beautiful, right? So back to my gym example, you guys, I haven't been going to the gym every day, and I feel kind of bad about it, but I'm like, I can't feel bad about it because my first philosophy is feel good now. So what's going to make me feel better? Let me pick up these 5-pound weights. Let me do a couple of curls. Let me do 10 squats. Oh, that felt good. Let me do 10 more. Okay, I'm done for today. I did 20 squats and I did 10 curls. But guess what? Did I exercise today? Yes, I did. Was it a win for me? Yes, it was. Check that off on my goal list, my habit tracker, and I'm Gucci. And I don't feel bad no more. Because my first philosophy is to feel good now. My second philosophy is to set myself up to win. And I know that every single day, the more little steps I take towards obtaining to what I want, eventually I'm going to get what I want. And the only thing between me and that goal is time. And time doesn't exist. So I'm just going to chill because my goal's already done. So I'm going to enjoy my life because that's what I was put on this planet to do. Amen to that. When your attitude is right, the facts don't count. This is very, very important. We are all on our own journey. You are on your own journey. When it comes to you sharing your goals, your dreams with anybody. Number one, share with people who are like-minded, right? Find yourself a community of people who are going to cheer you on and cheer you on when you achieve that goal too, and help you get there, right? If you're not in that environment, understand that many people are dream stealers. Okay, they don't do it intentionally. That's just how society is. Okay, and what people do is when you have a big goal or you have a big dream, they look at you and they put their limitations on you. Nothing is ever personal. They put their limitations on you, and then you begin to believe that you're not worthy of achieving what you see in your heart. That doesn't make sense. How are you allowing someone else who can't see what you see affect your vision? It doesn't make sense, right? Now, every fact is someone's opinion. You guys, unless you're going down to do the research and you're getting down to the fact of the matter, at the end of the day, you will never know if something is true or something is just an opinion. I like to give the example of the news. And the reason why I say this is because we are not, like, say you see news about, a war in another country. I'm not saying that the war doesn't exist, but I'm just saying you're getting one perspective. You're not getting a fact. You're getting a perspective from somebody. Now, you will never know whether or not that war is actually happening unless you're directly involved with it or you know somebody directly involved in it. But for a lot of us, you guys, we won't know. We won't ever know. We just see it on the TV and we believe it. This is where discernment comes into tact, you guys. Discernment, and who do you listen to when it comes to any information? In 2022, I want you guys to become critical thinkers. I want you to begin to think for yourself. Question everything. Question what I'm telling you today, right? Question everything. If you guys want information on where I got this information, question it. Ask me, Des, where are you getting this information from? Did you just make it up and pull it out of the air? Let me see some proof. Let me see some facts, right? I will show you the information. I will give you all the resources that I've ever listened to and used. And hopefully you can find something in that resonates with you. But my whole point is, at the end of the day, a fact is always someone's opinion. So whenever you hear something, or whenever you listen to something, or whenever you observe something, you got to be discerning and say, is this someone's opinion, or is this for real, for real? Because at the end of the day, my perception is the only reality that matters in my life, and your perception is the only reality that matters in yours. And when we go down deep in these levels, we really realize, you guys, that we are the creator, right? You are the creator. You create your life. You create everything in this reality, in this lifetime, and you have that power. And if nobody ever told you that, well, now you know. You're powerful as ever, and you can do whatever you want. You could be, do, or have anything. You just have to make a decision. So that being said, you guys, we're gonna end this off with a 10-minute meditation. This meditation is an absolutely beautiful meditation that I like to do. It's only 10 minutes, but it really helps me align, and it helps me really get a clear picture of the goals I want to achieve. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Share my other screen. It's all good, Cindy. I will be posting this on YouTube as well, so you guys will have it. Let me share my screen, and we are going to do a meditation together, and then we will end off the call. So I hope everybody is ready. This is literally a 10-minute meditation. I'm going to share screen. Sound is good. And it kind of starts right away. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to turn my camera off for this. And I'll see you guys back in 10 minutes.
Now to bring in those senses.
If you're a woman who owns a business, then you need a virtual assistant. And not just any virtual assistant, you need a doer.
Now to bring in those senses. Guided meditation of manifesting miracles. To manifest anything you want in life. If you could first find a quiet and comfortable place where you can be comfortably seated with your spine comfortably erect. If you place your palms above your knees, palms facing up in receiving mode. And if you gently close your eyes, and we shall begin. If you take a deep breath in, slowly out. As you continue this slow, deep breathing, I'd like you to place your focus towards your third eye chakra. With your eyes closed, to place your focus on your third eye chakra. Continue this breath. And now, as you breathe in, I'd like you to visualize this pure white light flush through the top of your head, your crown chakra. As you breathe in, breathe this light in and bring it down your head, your neck, towards your heart chakra. And just open up, expand that light at the heart chakra. Just feel it now glowing as you breathe. Every time you breathe, just see this light expanding and expanding at the heart chakra. Now with another breath, I'd like you to bring this light down towards your belly, your solar plexus, your core. And in the same way, allow it to expand with every breath. And now to take this breath down and this white light to go down to our core, the base of our spine, your base chakra. And then with one breath out, to bring it through the base chakra and ground it all the way down to the center, the core of the earth. Now imagine this channel. Visualize this channel of light from the divine, from the furthest star, flush through you all the way down your spine, your body, all the way down to the center of the earth. Now in total connection with the universe. I'd like you to bring in your prayers, your manifestation. Bring in the thing that you want most into your visual right now. As you are connected with the divine will be able to see and hear everything clearly. So just allow this vision just to continue to play as if it's happening right now in your mind. And just allow this visual to continue to play. Who are you with? Where are you right now? What is the result that you desire? Continue to play this visual in your mind with absolute clarity, with absolute certainty that this is real right now. Now to bring in those senses. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Bring in the rest of the emotions. Allow the emotions just to play as you feel this gratitude and joy in celebration of this divine moment that's happening right now. What's your dialogue? What would you say? What would you do? How would you dance? How would you move? What's your facial expression? What's your body language? If all that you had wanted for all this time is happening right now, how would you feel? What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it smell like? How does it feel? Can you touch it? Can you feel it? Be all there right now with your prayers. Just enjoy this moment. Take a deep breath in. Slowly out. And again, deep breath in. Slowly out. And as you breathe now, I'd like you to bring this visual to a close. And allow this white light, this pure energy, to just travel first, gather and travel towards the heart. Place your left palm over your heart and your right palm over your left palm. And just feel the gratitude for this moment. Feel it in every cell of your body. And slowly bring your palms down towards your navel, towards the core, and just hold it there and allow it just to settle so that you become part of this prayer, this visualization. Take a deep breath in, slowly out, and gently take your palms, Place them over your knees, palms facing down. Take a deep breath in. Slowly out. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. Namaste.
All right. I hope everyone enjoyed that. That's one of my favorite meditations, I gotta say. If you guys would like access to that, please shoot me a DM. I will send all the resources in our Telegram chat after as well. The last thing I want to share with you guys is you're invited. So every week, you guys, me and the team, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Awesome. I love it. Love it. Love it. Okay, so you guys are invited. Every single week, our team does a weekly goal setting and accountability call. But I want to open this up for everyone. You guys can join us, whatever you need accountability scheduling out your week. We usually do like cool meditations or like tapping or some type of mentorship or leadership training on this session as well. So, I want to invite you guys every Sunday at 8 p.m. on this same link, legacyuniversity.live. It's usually just some of us from the team are just hanging out on Sunday night and getting ready for the week. So I wanted to give you guys that extended invite. Hope to see you on. And let us stay connected. Here is my QR code for those of you who want to stay connected with me who are not yet. You guys can scan that. We'll connect on Instagram, Facebook. I'm everywhere. I would appreciate your questions, comments, and feedback on this session. I have not officially launched any coaching yet, but I plan to. So if you guys enjoyed the session, I would love to hear from you guys. Anything I could change, anything I can add, anything that you would love to suggest, or anything that you loved about the session. I would love to hear from you guys. So that being said, thank you everybody for hopping on this call. This was the first webinar that I've ever officially hosted, True You in 2022. I hope you guys resonated. I hope you guys got value. Thanks so much. And I can't wait for the next one. So I will stop the recording now.